Today is Rosh Elul. It's the new month. Have you guys heard about that yet today? Yeah, a little bit. Today is a spirit of newness in the air. In the Jewish calendar, it's not just days of commemoration. It's not just this thing happened on that day, so let's make a barbecue and let's celebrate, drink some beers. It's not how things go. Everything on the calendar is a spiritual energy that is going in a spiral. Our timeline is not linear. Our timeline is spiral, meaning when we come back to the same day in the calendar, the energy from the year before is getting stronger and then pumping into this day. Meaning, today is Rosh Elul, and this whole spiral of the year, Elul, and Rosh Hashanah, etc., when you come back to that same point, the next year you have a stronger, and then the next year stronger, next year stronger. So building that energy. I want to tell you a secret, that every single month has an energy to that month. Anybody know what the constellation of the month of Elul is? This month? You know what it is, Yonah?
I know.
Not the fish, the opposite side of the year.
No, there's like a different, UK Bob is spelled different every month.
Wow, that's very impressive that you know that. That's good stuff. Yonah just referred to something deeply Kabbalistic. I think I know what he does, late at night when no one's looking, learns all the Kabbalah books.
That cat,
Thinks that with these old city cats. The constellation, which means the energy of the month, is called the Besula, called the Maiden, the Virgin. Every month has an energy to it. The energy of this month is to be totally pure. The energy of this month, the constellation, I think they call it Virgo. The energy of this month is that just like the Virgo is totally pure, is clean, is pristine, spiritually speaking, this month we have the opportunity, if we take advantage of it, to completely purify ourselves, to totally go back to a place of absolute purity. And the energy is very concentrated on the first day of the month. The first day of the month is all the potential of the month. If this is the first day of the month, and I mean the Hebrew months, does that mean the moon is full right now, or the moon is without anything? The first day of the month is a full moon, or it's a new moon, which means
No, it's nothing.
it's nothing. Now, is it ever actually nothing?
no, it's like still.
The second that it gets full, starts getting less and less, and then you think it all but disappears. But as soon as it disappears, it's already growing. It's already the first. So that energy of this newness, if it's seeming like everything is missing and everything is gone, this is the moment when everything is starting to sprout again. Which means there's a feeling right now. You guys are probably feeling this being in yeshiva today, and there's a lot of people. Are most of your friends in yeshiva right now? Yeah? That's correct. That's so nice. No, right? Like affirmative, no. Yeah, actually, most people that you know are probably not focusing on the spiritual energy of this month right now. They're probably focusing on a lot of other stuff. The fact that you're from the few and the proud that are tuned into this energy right now is a sign that you made some choice, that you want to make something big happen in your life, that you want to completely change the course that your life has been going on. You want to make a decision to be better, greater, make a total flipping upside down of everything that's happened before. And that's the energy of this month, is whatever happened to the person before, it goes back to that Virgo, that Virgin, completely pure. Now, that's a very deep thing if you think about that. This world is a crazy place. We've all gotten involved in trouble and done things that maybe we feel not so happy with, so impressed with. But comes the month of Elul, and you feel, that's what I mean, you're in yeshiva and there's a feeling like everybody's working on changing their life. To be a better person, to grow, to be transformed, to make a new start. This is the month of a fresh start. A month of, if you focus on it and you really give your attention to it, you can completely purify yourself. Total purity. Does that sound like a good thing that you'd want to do? Sounds good to me. Total purity, forgiveness, everything forgiven. And all the energy is concentrated right now. Now what's going to happen in 30 days? Rosh Hashanah. So Rosh Hashanah is the day. I have a question for you. Think of somebody you know that made a good salary this year, okay? Whether his name is Bezos, or his name is some other guy. He made a good salary this year. When was that decreed? How much he would make? You know that it was actually decreed how much he would make? Think about how much you guys all made this year. For better or for worse. All that was decreed on Rosh Hashanah. All that was decreed on Rosh Hashanah. So you might say, so why do I even have to go to work? You have to go to work only to make it look that it's not an open miracle.
So what's the creed of Hashanah Rabbah for Yom Kippur?
So on Yom Kippur it's sealed. It's written on Rosh Hashanah what you're going to have for the whole year. The whole year. Think about that. The whole year. You guys want to have a good year this year? We all do. The world is in a crazy state. We need a good year for everybody. Right? Bezrat Hashem, amen? Amen. Bezrat Hashem. We need a good year for all of humanity. Needs a big year. You know how you have a good year? Have a good Rosh Hashanah. How do you have a good Rosh Hashanah? You have a good Elul. That's the only way to do it. This month you need a whole month to get ready for Rosh Hashanah. A whole month. That's why, welcome to Yeshiva, guys. It's like, what are these rabbis talking about? Something's got a month from now. A month from now. Yeah. We're late in the game, actually. They've been preparing, many people prepare 70 days before today for Rosh Hashanah. 100 days before Rosh Hashanah. There's special things you could do to get you pumped up and psyched up for Rosh Hashanah. 100 days. Now is the time where it's like very active preparation, and that's why we all heard the shofar today. Shofar starts to shake something inside of us to wake us up. We had our wonderful shofar blower, Yeshikoyach, Mamish, stark, gewaldig. You start to feel something is moving inside of us. So everything is written on Rosh Hashanah. Everything. The whole year. On Yom Kippur it's sealed. And on Hashanah Rabbah, I don't know about Hashanah Rabbah. You know all the secrets. Who said? You said Hashanah Rabbah? Yeah. You know all the secrets. Hashanah Rabbah, everything. I'll give you an analogy. On Rosh Hashanah, imagine I have a decree. The king writes a decree, and he's going to give that decree out, and it's going to be taken and given and then implemented for the kingdom. So on Rosh Hashanah, the king writes the decree, but then you don't just write it, you have to seal it. Right, with the wax, and you put it down, because if anybody opens it up, you know that they tampered with it. You don't mess around. Once it's been sealed, not so simple to open up the envelope. But the envelope is still sitting by the king. On Hoshana Rabbah, the messenger picks up the envelope and starts to carry it to be executed. To be executed. But when does it actually only fully get executed? When they execute it. From Hoshana Rabbah, it takes time to actually deliver it. Rosh Hashanah is when Hashem writes what you're going to have this year. Yom Kippur is when it's sealed. Hoshana Rabbah is when they start taking the envelopes. And finally on Hanukkah, the last day of Hanukkah, is when everything is completely decided. That's what your year is going to be. But when do you prepare for what the king is going to write? That's Elul. This is the month of what is Hashem going to write for you? What is your year going to look like? He's going to write. He's going to write. Hashem doesn't have a hand, but it means conceptually He's going to write the decree of what your year is going to be. He's literally, conceptually, saying what your year is going to be. You don't just walk into the king, yo, king! It's like, so what do you do? Yeah, king, hook me up with some good stuff. Excuse me? Talking like that by the king. Can't just, you want to have a good year, so the king says, so show me who you are. Are you worthy of a good year? So the guy, let me ask you a question. A guy has a court case. His fate is going to be decided. So he decides before the court case, he's got a couple weeks to, prepare his case in front of the judge. He decides, I still got another day, another week, pushes it off, goes to the bars, hits Ibiza, does some crazy stuff that will remain unnamed, and then like ODs, Hashem Yirachem, and then shows up to court like wasted. And the judge says, so, would you like to plead your case? And the guy's like a mess, and just throws up. Excuse me for being so vulgar. So the judge is like, really? Like that? I'm sorry. It doesn't look good for you. Now, theoretically, could the guy party for a month and then show up the day of his case and have a very convincing case? Theoretically, could that happen? Yeah, it could. Is it likely to happen? Is it more likely to happen if the guy prepares well and works things through, or is it more likely to happen if the guy parties for a month? I think it's safe to say that the person who prepares himself is going to show up on that day a little bit better prepared. All of Elul is like the pregame. I don't mean the frat party pregame. I mean the real pregame. The pregame for the big day of Rosh Hashanah. That's why this whole month the theme is this kind of feeling of getting ready. And we are going to be preparing every single day together here at 3:30 what we're going to be experiencing on Rosh Hashanah. Does that sound like an amazing thing? We're literally preparing. This is basically like a pre-meditative month that when Rosh Hashanah comes, you're going to be in a zone like you never imagined. Because for many people, Rosh Hashanah was just a long, boring day in shul, if they even went. And most people just ditched it, because it was exactly that for them, this long, boring day that was just like a drag. But when you realize the most exalted day of the year of your life, what Rosh Hashanah has, the secrets that it has in store, that it's the day of ultimate closeness to Hashem. Could you imagine a day where everything about life is crystal clear? Your purpose in life, how to be happy, how to feel loved, how to express love, how to feel compassion, how to feel vulnerable, how to feel intimacy, how to feel ecstatic joy. Imagine all of those experiences, all those feelings. You could have that at the highest level on one day. That would be a pretty good day, right? That'd be a day that would be worth getting ready for. The light, like we mentioned, that energy that comes down, the light of Rosh Hashanah is such a big light. It's such an exalted light of intimacy, of closeness, of intense but close at the same time. People think that if something is intense, like it can't be sweet and beautiful. There's a guy right now, basically, that's about to get engaged. One of the students of ours. So I was speaking to him and just telling him like what that moment is like when you're about to ask your wife to marry you. So is that? So he was asking like what should we do? Like what should sort of say? Like should I get down on one knee? The answer is no. There's reasons for that, which we'll talk about another time. Roses, yes, as many as you can afford. But we're talking about that moment. And he's getting so nervous. And then I told him, yeah, it's a very intense moment. But it's also the most intimate and beautiful moment of your whole life. And it's a moment that, yeah, things can be intense. Rosh Hashanah is an intense day also. They're blowing the shofar. The shofar is like, don't get engaged to your wife and blow a shofar. I'll make sure everyone's clear about that. You might think it's like an intimate day, so we should bring the shofar. No shofars. Maybe the other guys in the back, she said yes. Rosh Hashanah is intense. This whole month is intense. The shofar is being blown every day. Tonight the Sephardim are going to be starting selichot. Thousands at the Kotel crying. By the way, the Sfardis are the best slichas. They just sing it all. It's Ashkenazi, we have a lot to work on. Son, did I wake you up, Chaim?
Yeah.
Bezrat Hashem. Okay, that's Sephardi slichot right there. That's a wake-up call. Bezrat Hashem. This month is intense, and Rosh Hashanah is also intense. But don't think if something is intense, it means it's not so intimate, it's so deep. It's this duality that's happening at the same time. It's very intense. You guys are all here in yeshiva. There's a certain intense, like, this is crazy stuff here. Intense things means that there's a lot of realness. It's very real. And sadly in our world, people don't like being so real. People like being very fake. Everything is just fake. So when it gets real and intense, it's okay. Embrace it. Go slow. So now we're about to prepare for the ultimate day of intenseness, Rosh Hashanah, which is the ultimate day of intimacy. And we're going to be spending a whole month. I see some of the guys already brought. Do you want to hold that up so everybody can see what we're going to be doing? This is a local, Baruch Hashem, we have quite a lot of them actually. It looks so like religious and formal, right? Doesn't this look like, intense, it looks intense, religious and formal. The secrets that are in here are so intimate, are so deep, are so gentle, are so that we're going to spend a whole month understanding what's about to happen. A whole month. We're going to be going through what we're going to be speaking about, and you're going to see it's so deep. Therefore, I know it's not an easy thing, but everyone really should own one of these. It's the Rosh Hashanah, it's called the Rosh Hashanah Machzor, what we're going to use on Rosh Hashanah, because we're going to learn together, and you can write things. And when you write it in, it makes it very, very intimate for you. It makes it very personalized. That you're not just reading a text, that you're getting ready for the most amazing day of your whole life. Rosh Hashanah is a big marriage. It's very, 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 very deep. So we're going to spend a whole month. We're actually going to be going through learning, not just reading and translating, but also doing that, but speaking things out. And I want you guys to be involved. I want people to ask questions, be involved, think about things that we talk about. And this is the month of the Virgo, the month that we can have a fresh start. So I want you guys to think over the next day. This is I don't like the word homework. It just sounds way too, like we're in school or something. We're too institutional. Let's call it just points of meditation. To think about things that you've done in your life and who you really want to be this month. Who are you, the real you, what you want, what you came here. And anyone watching all over, what you want, who you want to be. And start writing that down. This is the, so to speak, the pure, pristine part of me. This is the Virgo. This is that untouched place. That after everything that happened this year, and everything that happened in the last 20 years, and 30 years, whatever, 40 years, 50 years, my whole life, whatever happened that got me dirty, I don't want that. Who is the real me that's hiding on the inside? That pure, pristine me that I want to rediscover. And I want to find that place. I want to become intimate with that place once again. Because that place I want to bring to you, Hashem. I want to bring that place to you, Hashem. And everything that we're going to learn here is a code. This is a Kabbalistic code, how to touch that place. These are written by prophets. It's a code of how to access. This is consciousness completely encoded here. How to access that place. So with Hashem's help, we're going to go on that adventure together. And Bezrat Hashem, people have questions. In general, I just want to say it's such a pleasure to have all the new guys here. Anytime that you see me around, please, I just want to be able to speak, ask things, follow up. I want to get to know all of you guys more. We'll have time that'll also be one-on-one time that we can meet, and we can just hang out, and we can chill and just speak things out. And we're going to begin this journey that's going to start now. It's going to go through Rosh Hashanah, go through Yom Kippur, go through Sukkot, Hanukkah. These will make more sense as we actually go through the meditation together. And really go to Hanukkah and really even till Purim. Purim will be the ultimate completion of this. By the way, once Purim comes, it'll all make sense. Bezrat Hashem should be a wonderful month, a month of total newness. So the takeaway is, think, what is that place that I really want to access, the real me? And Bezrat Hashem, we're going to pull that out, and we should be zocher this month to have a month of Geula, a month of redemption for all of us, for all of Klal Yisrael, for all of humanity, with Mashiach Tzimkeinu, and build the Beit HaMikdash and bring all of humanity back home. Amen. Kol Tuv, my friends.